There have always been angels, there have always been demons, and there've always been a war.
Ever wondered what actually happened to Ninja Theory's DMC Devil May Cry after Capcom came back swinging with Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, probably not, because if we're being real, when DMC Devil May Cry dropped back in 2013, almost the entire fandom went full demon mode. People hated this game. The new Dante, hated. The story, hated. The attitude,
Poor mother. I don't know my mother, but if you're calling me a son of a bitch, you wouldn't be the
absolutely roasted. But here's the crazy part. DMC Devil May Cry might actually be a very good game.
What?
Really?
And today we're diving straight into the chaos.
Just be careful. You can get rough in there.
I like it rough.
Okay, let's rock, baby.
Let's get one thing out of the way. Yeah, the story is a mess, no sugarcoating it. The writing is all over the place, the dialogue can be a cringe, and the chemistry between Dante and Virgil, it's nowhere near what we got in the mainline Devil May Cry universe. These versions of the characters feel flatter, less iconic, and less legendary. This isn't the pizza-loving, demon-slaying, wacky, woohoo Dante we grew up with.
Hot diggity dog.
This Dante, he's angry, he's rebellious, he looks like he listens to underground rock and posts cryptic stuff at 2 a.m. Basically, emo Dante. And honestly, that's exactly why fans lost their minds. But here's where things get interesting. Despite all that, I keep coming back to this game. And I'm not talking about once or twice. I've beaten DMC at least 5 times.
Hey, that was weird.
Not because of I'm invested in the story, not because I'm attached to these versions of the characters.
Nope.
But because of the gameplay. The gameplay is absolutely addictive. This game is just pure hack and slash dopamine. You jump in, you start chain combos, pulling enemies across the map, launching enemies into the air, switching weapons mid-combo, and before you know it, 3 hours are gone.
Gotta beat the rush hour in. It's night?
It's one of those games you install, beat, uninstall, and then a few months later, your brain goes, yo, maybe one more run, like that toxic ex you know is bad for you, but somehow you always come back.
Oh, you better be joking.
The graphics still actually hit hard. And can we talk about the visual styles for a second? For a 2013 game, this game still looks insanely good. The lighting, the reflections, the chrome-heavy art style, the gritty, stylized look reminds me of the games like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. Sure, some character models definitely show their age, but in fact, all character models show their age. But the world itself still looks gorgeous, stylish, unique, still dripping with that early 2010s AAA energy. And let's talk about the concept of the limbo. This was actually genius. Now this is where Ninja Theory cooked. The concept of limbo was honestly brilliant. Instead of demons just casually pulling up into the human world like in the classic DMC, here Dante has to enter another dimension, a twisted reality where the environment itself wants to kill him. Building moves, roads collapse, walls talk trash, and the entire world feels alive. Like reality itself is glitching. Like Dante is trapped in some demonic multiverse simulation. And honestly, that concept still feels fresh today. You can definitely relate to a lot in this game more than in the main Devil May Cry series.
What do you mean by that?
Escaping my nightmares.
You came to Limbo to escape your nightmares.
Yes.
The combat is way ahead of its time. This is where the game really flexes. Dante's entire moveset is built around his identity as a Nephilim, half angel, half demon. And that gives you two completely different combat styles. Angel weapons, speed, crowd control, mobility. Demon weapons, raw power, heavy hits, destruction. And switching between them instant. No clunky menus, just pure flow state combat. 1 second you're pulling enemies with angel hooks. The next you're smashing demons into the floor with the demon power. It feels smooth, responsive, modern, and honestly, some of this design absolutely feels like it influenced Devil May Cry 5.
What?
And here's the part nobody wants to admit. Ninja Theory may have accidentally helped save Devil May Cry. Yeah, I actually said that.
What do you mean by that?
Look at what DMC brought back. The slow motion finishing blows, the more cinematic combat presentation, the training systems like the Void, the stylish announcer callouts, the more dynamic environmental designs. Capcom clearly returned the DNA of Devil May Cry 3 and Devil May Cry 4, but you can definitely see pieces of DMC in there too. Ninja Theory worked so Devil May Cry 5 could run. What if Capcom didn't just abandon this universe? What if in Devil May Cry 6 we get a full multiverse crossover? Classic Dante meets reboot Dante. Mainline Virgil meets reboot Virgil. 2 universes, 4 brothers, 1 absolutely broken boss fight. That franchise is built for that kind of madness. So I think Capcom, you should actually make something happen out of this. Give me a call if you want some ideas.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
DMC isn't the Devil May Cry fans wanted, but it might be the Devil May Cry the franchise needed. It took risks, it failed in some places, it absolutely pissed off the fan base, but it also pushed the series forward. And if you stop looking at it as the fake Devil May Cry and start looking at it as its own alternate universe, its own demon slaying multiverse branch, if you want to call that, you might realize this game was never trash. It was just misunderstood. So what do you guys think? Was DMC, overhated? Am I glazing it? Or am I actually cooking with this take? Drop your thoughts in the comments and I want to hear them, all of them. For me, Max, Screen TV Magic.
I will see you when I see you.
I have absolute power.
The world is at last your bitch.